So you might know that the piriformis is a fairly small, pretty deep muscle that externally rotates the hip. It runs from the sacrum to the greater trochanter on the top of the thigh bone, so it can pretty much be located right in the center of your butt. Piriformis syndrome symptoms of pain and tingling down the leg occur when an excessively tight piriformis compresses the sciatic nerve, similar to symptoms of sciatica. In this class, I'll share some great ways to prevent and relieve piriformis syndrome through gently stretching piriformis and building strength in the smaller, deeper external hip rotating muscles. I'm Helen Clare, and this is Run Better with Yoga, helping you to run stronger, longer, injury-free with yoga. If you're new here, then please do subscribe and look out for our new videos each week. So this is part 2 of my classes on yoga for piriformis. You don't need to have done part 1, but we'll add a link to it so that you can find it. We're just going to be lying down. You won't need anything other than perhaps a blanket or a cushion. Okay, so go ahead and lie down on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Don't get too comfy though, because we're going to be lifting the pelvis up. So just relax your knees and try lifting the hips away from the floor, and then bring them back down with control. So let's try 4 more. So lifting just the pelvis up from the floor, and slowly bringing it back down. Good. If that's okay for you, we'll try 3 more. So this is a great way to work those smaller, deeper external hip rotators, specifically the go-go cues as they're abbreviated. Last one, let's go nice and slow. Lift and pause. And slowly back down. Good, so we'll just do 5 for now. You could do 10, 15 perhaps. So let's bring the knees in towards your chest and head up towards your knees. And then rock or roll all the way up. And this is where you may want to have your blanket or your cushion handy. We'll lean to the left. And then I'm going to bring my right ankle back by my hip. So go easy, go slow, make sure that's fine on your knees. This feels good for my knees here. If you need more elevation, this is where you sit on your blanket to take some pressure out of the knee. You don't want to feel anything in your knee. If you do, please come out. Try it again another day. So this is the deer posture. From here, I'm going to start to walk out my hands forwards. It doesn't matter how far forward you come here. If it feels good, you can come down a little bit further. And as you go forwards, you'll feel one hip lifting. So my right hip's lifting more than the left. So I just want to think about sinking it back down. Doesn't matter that it lifts, but we can just think about dropping it down. And you might get quite nice stretching, re-lengthening sensation around the back of the left hip. And we'll just take another 3 or 4 long breaths here. Again, you could spend longer here if you have more time. For today, I'll just demonstrate, show you these few poses that you could start to do more regularly. Okay, so at least 5 long breaths there, but longer if you can. So from here, this is deer posture. It's a great one to actually stay in instead of doing the next one, which is pigeon. So many of you will have heard of pigeon pose before. I'm going to show you a different variation. So to get into it, I'm going to take my weight forwards, lift my hips, send my right leg back, and my left heel there can just come back a little bit further towards my right hip. Lengthen my back leg back, make sure it's nice and straight, and stay up on the back toes. If you have your blanket, it can still stay under your hips there. So from here, instead of folding forwards, I want you to lift the hips and hug your left hip, or the front one, whichever that is, back. And then relax and drop the hips back down. So again, we'll try 4 more. Lifting up, inhale, squeeze your front hip back, and then drop the hips back down. Lifting, squeezing, as though one hip's moving back, the other one goes forwards. And back down. Now your fingertips are going to be on the floor. If the floor is too far away, then grab something, anything, blocks or bolster there. If you're able to, bring your hands to your hips. And 2 more. Nice and slow. Okay, so we get that nice eccentric contraction there through the piriformis on this front hip. From here, I'll roll to my left, bring my back leg forwards again, and then we can switch sides. So lean to my right, draw my left foot back for the deer pose on this side. Get comfy, get as high and elevated as you need to. Again, any sensations in the knees, come out today. Okay, and then start to take your weight forwards. Notice to see if you can go as far forwards on each side, or if there's a difference there. Or just if there's a difference in the stretching sensation in each side. And down further if you like. Again, sink my left hip down. 3 or 4 breaths. Slowly coming back up. Okay, so the option to stay in your deer pose again, or we can go to pigeon. So hands lift the hips, send the left leg back. My front knee is wider than my hip. My front ankle is back near the opposite side hip. Okay, stay up on the toes, and we lift, squeeze the front hip back, and then drop. Lift, squeeze it back, and drop. Either stay there with the hand support or hands to your hips. Two more. Last one, nice and slow. Good. Well done. Okay, so roll to the right, bring the left foot forwards again, and then we're going to end back where we started. So soles of the feet together, come and lie down. This time though, you do get to relax, so just let the knees drop to the sides. If you feel that any restriction there on the inner thighs, then grab something to prop your knees up, just a couple of the cushions either side, blocks if you have them. Just a few breaths. Feel the back of the hips, the glutes softening. And then lift the knees, widen the feet, so rest the inner knees towards one another, and let your lower back sink down, let your pelvis rest against the ground. And feel all of the muscles of the hips resting, relaxing for a moment. You can imagine them absorbing some of the benefits of just those 2-3 poses that we've just done. Okay, take as long as you like there. When you are ready to, just slowly roll to one side and then come up to a seat. So there you have a short sequence of poses to start doing regularly if piriformis is a problem for you. Even if it's not, it's a great quick sequence to start adding in to maintain and build strength in those often underused smaller external hip rotators and to gently stretch out piriformis. If you enjoyed that class, then please subscribe here, and I look forward to seeing you next time.